This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and we're here with Brad Pickett. Now, Brad Pickett, nice to see you again, obviously. You're fighting UFC 204, obviously big pay-per-view card here in Manchester. What did you think about, obviously, such a big card coming to Manchester?
I think it's great for the UK fans and the sport in Europe to grow more, to have these big events over here. And I think it's great for, you have a lot of English fans always tend to complain about the English cars not being up to scratch and all that sort of stuff. So now they've got a big card, so hopefully it keeps them happy.
And obviously we've got our first British champion as well in Michael Bisping, so obviously that must be, you know, seeing him obviously make his first title defence here in Manchester, that must be pretty special to be on this card as well.
I mean, it's very inspirational, you know, like me and Bisping have kind of like parallel kind of careers now. We've both started on cage rage and you know, been around for a long time. So to see him do what he's done, it's been like icing on his cake, you know, and it's made me hungry again a little bit more. Like, hey, man, I'm not too old. Maybe I got something in me, and maybe this can happen, because it shows that true hard work will pay off, you know.
And it's funny that you talk about that, because obviously in your last fight back in London, obviously there was loads of talk about maybe it being your last fight. So is that totally out of the picture now?
I'd like to believe so, yes. As in, like, that was kind of like, the whole situation was kind of like made by the media. They planted that seed in my head. Obviously, going down to flyweight and not doing so well down there, and then coming back to bantamweight, and so I was coming off a few losses, and then going into that fight, if I'd have lost, I was like, man, maybe I'm not got it anymore. And like, so like, he put so much pressure on me going into that fight. It was horrible to deal with, you know. And I was thinking to myself, maybe I'll retire if I lose, you know, like. But I know that I wanted to. I love my job, you know. But then obviously, if I can't perform in my job, you don't have a job, if that makes sense. So like, but for me, I managed to get the nod. You know, that night I was, you tell by my reaction how emotional and pleased I was, and the relief. But this one, I'm going into this fight without that. I'm not retiring, win, lose or draw in this one. You know, I'm going to keep going. So like, I don't have that in my head now, where I believe it really did eat away at me in my last fight.
So you're feeling maybe brand new, kind of coming into this fight, especially getting that win? Yeah,
no, I mean, now I'm like, I'm cool. I'm back in love with my job, you know. I've always loved my job, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm still like, yeah, I'm here, you know. And things like, since that, like my last win, seeing people like Bisping doing so well, seeing like Dan Henderson doing so well, saying, look, maybe, you know, it's a new era. The young, you know, the old is the new young. That made no sense. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So obviously when you've got that kind of mentality, you know, you've got all the negative vibes away,
yeah.
How does that affect you in your preparations, maybe going into this fight, having that kind of, that brand new mentality?
It helps a lot more with my mental state, obviously, because fighting for me, people don't realise, I believe it's 90% mental, 10% physical, so you have to be, and I always find myself a very mentally strong person, but going into that last fight, I was facing so many demons, and it was so tough. For this one, I'm still going to carry some in with me 100%, because I always put a lot of pressure on me to perform and win, you know, so they give me a lot of pressure leading to me going into that fight, but it's a little bit different now, I believe, and so I have weight on my shoulders 100%, but different type of weight and not as heavy.
So talk about your opponent. Obviously you're facing Iuri Alcântara. What do you think about him as an opponent for you then? Obviously he's quite a tough guy.
Yeah, very tough opponent. He's a high level black belt and very dangerous striker. He's very tough, you know, and he's definitely gonna test me. It's the first southpaw. I fought one southpaw in my whole career, and that was Vaughan Lee, and I didn't realise he was a southpaw until after the fight. So this has been the first time I've really had preparation fighting southpaw, and it had been quite different in my camp. I didn't realise how different it was fighting a southpaw, but it has been very different. But it's a new challenge for me, and I look forward to it.
So obviously sold out in 6 minutes as well, this card. How do you expect the fans to be on Saturday? Obviously it's going to be late.
Yeah, being as late as it is, hopefully awake and hopefully not too drunk, you know. But knowing English fans, they will be awake, but they also will be drunk. So it's going to be a massive, loud atmosphere. You know, I'm really looking forward to it.
And how do you see the fight going down on Saturday?
Hopefully with my hand raised, I believe that I have more ways of winning the fight. I'm dangerous throughout the whole round, from round 1 to 3, where I believe he's keys is just round 1. I think he's dangerous in the first round and then fades, where I believe I have more tools of winning the fight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.